Hey everyone, welcome to the show. My name's Richard. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. It really makes a difference. For those that are already subscribed, I thank you very much. I'm currently on the Triumph Tiger. Let's have a quick look at it before we talk about oil changes and the cost. Here's the Triumph Tiger 2016, obviously out of warranty. So when it comes to changing the oil, as it's the early part of the season, I suggest. If there is a season, I know a lot of people don't agree to that, but I think most people, in the bigger scheme of things, ride in the spring and summer and early parts of autumn, etc., etc. But I was watching Nathan the Postman, quick screenshot of his channel, and he was doing the major service at some 16,000 miles or 17,000 miles on his KLE 500 Kawasaki, and the cost of that, not including the plan, let's go back to the other camera, was going to be some £950 for an oil change, filter change, all that good stuff, double check around the bike and check the valves. It's the valves that are the problem. I mean, I've done an oil filter change on this and it cost £37 for the oil filter and the oil. Yes, £37. It took me about 45 minutes. Yeah, and most of the time that was taking off the bash plate, the metal bash plate on the bike. But so you can do this yourself. All you need is a reasonable toolkit and somewhere to put the dirty oil. Let's go for a ride. Come on. Oh, by the way, don't forget to order your C3 Plus Ayuchi. Absolutely fantastic. And I'm currently in the middle of April, and it's absolutely freezing. So still, I've got my heated gilet on from Ride Iron. You can order one of them on the links below. I will put a link to the video that I'm specifically talking about regarding Nathan the Postman and his KLE 500 in the description. Yes, so you can go and have a look at that. But you know, I've always serviced the bikes myself. The Triumph Tiger expects a valve check every 12,000 miles. 12,000 miles. So that would be in effect a major service. So I don't know how much a major service is for this, because I would be doing it myself. When I purchased this Tiger, it had got some 22,000 miles on it. It's only got 23,000 miles on it. I haven't ridden it that much. I should do. It's a fantastic bike. But yesterday I gave it an oil change, and easy, £37 it cost me. £32 for the oil, £5 for the filter. Genuine. Oh, let's see what's happening here. Genuine Triumph filter, of which Mark, one of my other cohorts, bought as a pack of 10 for £50. So I had a couple of them for £5 each. One of them went on my previous Triumph Bonneville T120. And the other one has gone on this Triumph Tiger. So that was £5 for the filter. So, you know, you can do this. I appreciate that most of the people that watch my channel, I suspect, could already service their bike. I suspect. But there are younger people that can still service their bikes by taking advice off YouTube. I would have made a video of it, but there's so many videos that you can pick from. There's no use in me making a video on how to change the oil on a Triumph Tiger 800. There are so many options there that are really, really good. So I don't want to recreate that kind of thing. When there's great quality already on YouTube for this particular bike. Now I have ordered a new air filter as well. That was £22. It came through yesterday, and I will be fitting that this weekend. And it's a bit like open heart surgery to get to the air filter on the Triumph 800s Tigers. So that will be interesting. I might make a video of me doing it, but not to show you how to do it, just show you the heart surgery rubbish that you have to perform about stripping the bike down. And this is what happens with the adventure bikes. It's just incredible the amount of bodywork that you have to take off to get to the parts that you should be able to easily get to when servicing. But no, it's like a massive jigsaw puzzle. All the fasteners and things like that, to take all the bodywork off and then take the petrol tank off and then actually get to the air filter. So that's going to be a bit interesting. So I'm going to leave a good couple of hours in my schedule this coming weekend to allow that to happen. I'm hoping the weather will warm up a bit. The weather's been really, really cold. So, interesting, talking about fasteners, you know, the fasteners here, I bumped into three guys at Monash in Derbyshire, the cafe at Monash, the old smithy, and they were, all three of them were on Royal Enfield Himalayans, 450s, and they were telling me that the fasteners are like monkey metal on Royal Enfield Himalayans. They said they didn't know if it was the same on other models. They said, but the fasteners are just shocking, and that they're now going through the process of ordering kits off eBay and all that good stuff to go around the whole bike and replace the fasteners that are just terribly weak. So that is an interesting thing if you're thinking about getting a 450 not Gorilla, Himalayan. Maybe it's the same with the Gorilla, same kind of bike really, but just interesting to hear that from three owners at the same time. They were obviously going out around the countryside, going down some green lanes or whatever. Are you experiencing this problem with your Himalayan? You tell me. But the point, going back to the point, it costs nothing. It's the best thing you can do to replenish the engine, and just throw some fresh oil and a filter onto the engine. And another thing, while we're at it and talking about it, I had a Triumph T120. You'll notice that the new T120s have an oil schedule of 10,000 miles or 1 year. Now, I did 8,000 miles on mine, and by the time it got to 8,000 miles, bearing in mind it's still got 2,000 miles to go in the schedule, the top end of the engine was, not the top end, the mid part of the engine was sounding like a sack of hammers on startup for about 2 seconds. Is your T120 doing that? Now then I found out that apparently the cam chain tensioner is not only spring loaded, but it's also loaded via oil pressure. And there's an understanding that the oil may not be able, because it's not viscous enough, it may not be supplying the pressure required to the cam chain tensioner. Now, as soon as this strange noise started coming, I thought, easiest thing to do, let's change the oil and the filter and see what happens. And so I did. Again, that cost something stupid like £37. Yep. So doing your own servicing is not expensive. All you got to do is put an hour or two aside on a Saturday morning and just get it done. And you've got all the knowledge from YouTube that share on how best to do it. Anyway, regardless, back to the T120. I changed the fluid, the oil and the filter, and the noise of this rattle completely disappeared instantly. So, lesson to be learned there. Hopefully that's meaningful. If you've got a Triumph T120 and you think that you're going to go to 10,000 miles in the 1 year, then maybe you should change your oil at 5,000. Now Mark always said he changes his oil every 3,000 miles regardless of what bike it is, and I've now started to adopt that. I started to adopt that thinking. I don't know why they're scheduling bikes with long oil changes. I don't know what they're doing this for. Maybe they, see, the problem there is someone does 3,000 miles in a year, and it does actually say on the schedule documentation, change it every 10,000 miles, let's say, or every 12 months. But when you get to 12 months and you've only got 3,000 miles, it's a very slippery road where you think, well, I've only done 3,000 miles, so I don't need to change it. I'll go for another year. So you don't change the oil for 2 years. I'm not so sure about that. I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Do you change yours every 12 months? I don't know. Or do you change it every couple of years when you've got to the point where you've got to the miles of the service schedule rather than the time of, let's say, 12 months as an example? I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Riding into Ashley. Lovely place. This camera's bouncing all over the place. Hopefully it'll produce some stable footage. Anyway, I thought I just, as we're at the early part of the riding season, and April has been very, very cold, you've probably thought, I want to take my bike out, but I haven't bothered yet because it's too cold. And you know it needs a service, and you know it's going to cost £200 or £250 when you take it into the Triumph dealer. Well, maybe you should do it yourself, and just note it in the service book, and then you start worrying about warranty. Well, this is the beauty. If you haven't got a bike that's in warranty, you don't have this problem, You don't have this problem or fear that you're going to lose out on the warranty. Just a thought. Right, I'll bring it to an end. I'd love to know what your comments are. As I've said, please subscribe if you're not subscribed. Please don't stop freeloading. The subscriptions mean so much to the channel and the future of the channel. And give the video a like if it meant something to you. Do comment. You tell me what your thoughts are. Do you find that servicing at the dealerships is expensive? and just unaffordable, I would suggest £950 on a £6,000 bike, going back to Nathan the Postman, is a bit expensive. Yeah, I think it's a bit expensive. What's your thoughts? Would you find that a bit of a shock? £950. You tell me. Ride safely. I'll see you very soon. Thank you for watching. Hope you found it entertaining. Take everything with a pinch of salt. Yep. It's not too serious on this channel. Not too serious at all. Yep. Get your bike ready for the summer ahead. See you soon. Bye bye.